For my research project, I chose to focus on homeschooling because it directly impacts young learners during um, most of their important years of their development. And so homeschooling is not only about the learning information they're receiving, but about how a children adapts to grow and um, enhance their communication skills and just overall understanding the world around them. And as homeschooling is continuing to become more common, I became interested in looking deeper into the effects beyond just the academics. Homeschooling is, often seen as a flexible and positive alternative way of schooling, but I wanted to explore more on like the uh, effects that are not talked about as often, especially when it comes to the social development, the creativity, and just how much academic exposure they're going in with. One of the most interesting things that I learned about researching this topic was how much a homeschooled child's education depends on who is teaching them when they're at home. And so, when a young learner is being homeschooled by a parent or a certified homeschooling teacher, I feel like their materials are often limited to what um, the instructor or homeschooling parent um, has or has access to at home. So this made me question how the majority of all academic subjects are actually being ignored. Um, Such as like in traditional schools, students are originally followed to are structured to follow a curriculum that is designed to expose like the more general academic subjects like math, science, etc. And so homeschooling does not always have that same level of organization, which can leave some subjects ignored. Um, Another part that stood out to me was how creativity is not always built into the learning experience. It can be left off a little bit more. Um, in contrast, in traditional schooling, it's a little bit more encouraged to be more creative with art, music, and group projects, um, and discussions. And I feel like that is an opportunity that helps students express themselves and develop critical thinking. Um, and in homeschooling environments, it's maybe not I it's not something that is required or encouraged encouraging enough. And so I think it depends on the structure's personal values as well and their beliefs. So I think that's a major part that can limit a child's experience to explore their creative ceiling and that kind of development. And as for the social interaction, is another major concern when it comes to homeschooling young learners. And so, school obviously provides that opportunity for students to interact with peers of different groups of ages and backgrounds, helping them build a diverse in communication and learning about cultures and stuff like that from real face to face peers. And homeschooling can limit that kind of exposure in social communities. Um, and without regular interaction in group settings, as a young homeschooling learner, they may struggle to feel understanding, or even comfortable communicating with others. Overall, this project focuses on the academic, creative, social effects of young homeschooling learners. While homeschooling does offer flexibility, um, and uh, individualized structure, it can also limit that academic coverage, creative growth, and social development when compared to traditional schooling environments. Thank you.